Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to, well, Microsoft Flight Simulator. Looks like we're having some issues with the stream. Give me a few seconds here, see if we can work that out. Alright, I think we're doing alright. Looks stable. See if this works. Alright. So again, good evening. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to Microsoft Flight Simulator. I'm Martin Wenzel. We're doing a little bit of evening flying. No video today, but you'll get to hear my voice as it is. We're going to be flying here on Cayman Airways World Tour Flight 187 on Cayman Airways from Havana, Cuba over to Georgetown. What do we got? Georgetown, Cayman Islands. I don't know what's going on with the stream, guys. Hope it's not. You guys aren't glitching too much. Let's see. Oh well, we'll just have to make do. Hopefully it's not too bad, and if it is, well, I don't know what OBS is doing. I don't know what's going on with my network. Never had this problem before. It was an issue I was having with Restream, and then now it's come over here just to streaming in general. So I don't know what's going on with my internet. So hopefully it's not too bad. If it is, sorry about that. Hopefully we'll be able to clear it up for tomorrow. Let's get in here. Alright, so I'm gonna get the plane started. Alright, so I already got the GPU connected. Jump up here and we'll get the battery switch on. Ground power on, ground power generator, and battery for the one. Let's see. What's the lighting on here? Okay, logo light on. Wing lights we don't need on. Wheel lights we'll put on for now. Position lights steady. Arm the emergency exit lights. We'll stick right there for now. I want to check everything else, make sure the parking brake or our chocks are set. Throttle is in the idle position. Flaps are retracted, all that good stuff. Down. Alright, main panel, get the, I like to just have the brightnesses up on these. We'll go over here to that. Be able to get a test here, right? There we go. There's the test. And we'll set this to nav. Should be telling us how long it's going to take, but not seeing anything yet. There it is, 0. Shouldn't be instant like that. I don't think it is. Alright, we'll jump into the FMC here. Put it on this side. I want to make sure I get the payload and everything set up right now. We're not going to use the PMDG payload and all their little things because we're going to be using GSX Pro. Okay, enter iris. Okay, that's right. We got to do that first, so we'll do that. Return to menu. Jump over to this one. This is where I'm going to do the FMS stuff. Our initial position is going to be Havana, Mike Uniform Hotel Alpha. Or gate 35. We'll just copy it on the database. Let's copy this down here. Okay, and that's all we need for that. Route, we'll put in, like, it's already in there. Origin, and then we're going to be flying to Mike Whiskey Charlie Romeo. Flight number 833. We're going to be taking off runway 6. We already got clearance before the team started. Runway 6, climb, maintain 11,000, departure 120.25, squawk 667. 667, already in. I don't know what that means. Do a line. And we'll Alright, 11,000 for our altitude, initial altitude. Jump into the FS Actions page, and I want to set the fuel. Fuel payload, not a big deal. Today we do need... Sorry about the... I don't know what's going on here with the stream. Been having this issue lately. I don't know why my internet's degrading or performance of OBS is degrading. Something has happened. I've never had this problem until the last probably 2-3 weeks. What's looking for? Okay. Fuel today is going to be 6,520. Enter the IRS position. Am I doing something wrong on that? So we'll just put in. Go here. 5,000 so we can get the actually fuel it up a little bit. Payload, I'm going to put on our passengers right away. That way, GSX Pro will guess how many passengers we have, and then we'll actually see passengers getting on the plane. So 158 passengers, so 148, and we'll do 146 in economy, first class full. Cargo is 4.2, so we'll put 2,100 in the front and 2,100 in the rear. And we'll return. We'll start GSX up here. Start boarding.
Boarding requested.
We're also going to go here to ground services, and we're going to get the fuel truck over. Target is going to be 6,500 and 550. Just a little extra for taxi and all that. We have the PMDG fuel truck, but everything else is coming in from GSX Pro. I just feel like the GSX Pro just adds a little bit more than PMDG's proprietary stuff.
Pilots boarding starting.
Should see the pilots come on.
Crew boarding starting.
Okay, there comes the crew. It'll be a little hard to see because the ramp isn't fully extended, so you got all those glass panes riding over each other. What's going on with the IRS?
Your crew has boarded. Passengers boarding starting.
Oh, I did what I thought. There we go. Okay, I think we're good on position here. Yep. We'll see. Well, hopefully. All right, I'm gonna get a Pack X going as well. There come the passengers. Alright, let's get the flight plan in. Flight plan today is pretty easy. Uniform Charlie Lima for our first point.
Good morning.
Direct to Atuvi. Direct to Delta 360 Quebec. Doesn't really help me. The only thing I don't like is with the 738, it doesn't give you how much distance there is from this. I'm guessing it's this one because that's going to be, these are pretty far up north. Yeah, that looks about right. Hopefully, we'll see once we get in. Hit activate departure and arrival, departing runway 6. We're taking Kabul 1 Charlie. Transition is UCL. And then arrival, we're planning on BOR 08, Google 3. Transition will be. Oh, what is transition going to be? It's not going to be a Tubi, is it? It's Delta 360. Maybe a Tubi is the actual. Oh no. No idea. Oh, okay, yeah, there it is. So a 2V back here. And there's your Delta 360Q. A bit of a vector. See how that works out. Alright. Passengers still coming on board. Also, we have the baggage getting put on. Right back in here, we're gonna get our. Ooh, we actually need a fuel. Put the fuel on board first. Ground services. Start fueling. The zero fuel weight is going to change. I should change as we put more fuel on. Reserves for our fuel is somewhere on my brief. Reserves is a 31, about 3,200. 3.2 just for the reserves. Cost index today 48. Cruise, we're going to be cruising at 340. I think this is optimal, and for some reason we're not really going optimal. Execute that. Transition altitude 1800. At zero fuel weight. Why not? Because it's not counting the fuel.
We're just reseating someone. We'll be ready shortly.
Alright, we got a reseating going on. Alright, N1 limit, I'm going to put in about 58. This is kind of like the flex takeoff temperature.
Crew, I'd like to welcome you aboard our flight.
Takeoff flaps 5. Center of gravity 23.9. Oh, I think this is going to change.
If you have trouble finding a location for any of
see
the
it's changing.
items, please use the
We'll
flight
see how it
attendant
goes.
call button over your seat. Somebody will.
Fuel's on board.
If the overhead bin is full, please make sure you close it as a courtesy to other passengers. Please double check that all your items are put away so that the aisle is clear and other passengers can make their way to their seats. If you're in an emergency exit row, please read the exit seating responsibilities.
Thanks everyone for stopping by. I know I don't got the video on, but it's enough just to get on the stream here and do a flight, and hopefully it's not performing too poorly for you guys. I don't know why I'm dropping frames and stuff, so hopefully it's not too distracting.
Thank you and welcome aboard.
The truck is still over there. Yes. Alright, fuel release. I've never actually watched the fueling before to see that, but obviously it being the PMDG fuel truck, it should work exactly with the PMDG plane. If you we're using FSLTL for the other traffic, we got an Iberia, we got a Southwest over there. So FSLTL working really well, and there's an update coming down the pipeline. They haven't announced when it's coming, but a few good things it sounds like. We'll get a here, return, doors, close the door, cargo doors, we'll close those next. Back over to, here we'll make sure our center of gravity is right, there it is. Trim 4.89. Gotta bump this up about right there. Okay. Put our V1, V rotate, and V2 speeds in. Takeoff weight 66.7 tons. And next page. Runway is dry. Don't really need to add anything else. I think we're good in there.
Refueling truck is on its way. Please don't load aircraft until the fuel truck
I don't know why
arrives
GSX Pro
after
does this. Sometimes it will require you to do the refueling truck. Other times it won't. Really weird. Now we gotta wait for the refueling truck if we want to do anything else, or we just restart GSX Pro. So I don't know why it does that, because sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. There's a setting where I can tell it not to do that, and it doesn't really work, that setting. Alright, we're gonna put on the fuel pump 1 aft, and we're gonna get the APU going. So start. Passenger cabin is warm, right?
We are ready to go when you are.
Cool that off a little bit. 40 degrees right now in the passenger cabin. Nothing wrong about that. Well, I think I'm looking at right now. We'll see how that goes. Alright, we do have the APU generator. We'll turn that on. Switch it over, APU gen, APU bleed on. Recirculating fans on, packs auto. And it should start coming down. Seems pretty warm.
Fuel truck is in position.
Awesome. What do you want me to do with it? Here's the GSX Pro fuel truck, which is pretty cool. I've never seen it actually connect. We have a little meter there, which is kind of cool. But it doesn't. They never seem to connect. I'd love to see them connect it, but you gonna do something, fuel truck? Cool. Fuel truck is in position. I think we can adjust. Actually, let me see if this works. We'll go into fuel, and we'll say we want 6,600. That's going to kind of bump things a little bit. But everything's still the same. And the fuel truck is satisfied. Alright, so we are ready for pushback. We do have the APU going. We got APU bleed. Let's turn on the hydraulics. Fuel pumps. On. And we have no red lights over here except for the yaw damper. We'll do that later. Window heat will come on a little bit later. See the temperature starting to come down in the cabin. Crank that down a little bit more. Really cool in there. Really hot in there right now. Alright, so I'm going to turn on the anti-collision light because we are ready for pushback. Hey, CSX GET44AC. I'm just going to call you CSX. Welcome in.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard flight
those center field pumps, we don't have that much fuel.
Our flight time will be roughly 1 hour. Now the cabin door is closed, please make sure that all devices are in airplane mode and the large devices are now shut down and stayed. Please fasten your seatbelt and make sure that all tray tables and seat backs are in a full upright and locked position.
Get rid of the
cabin crew, prepare doors for departure, cross-check, verify straps, and stand by
ground power.
protocol.
We'll check our doors. We over here, doors. Everything's good.
Departure checks completed. Bypass being inserted.
Wheel chocks. I think we need to set the parking. Go. Flight altitude 34,000. This is for our cabin pressure.
Locking gear.
And landing altitude is going to be 0. It's 8 feet on landing altitude. You can see that temperature coming down. Try to get it within the 20s. And it's starting to eat it now. And we're going to be going to the... we'll go to the nose pointed to the left.
Release parking brake, please.
Parking brake
push.
released.
All engines clear. Start at wing.
Oh, I should have done the quick edit. I figured out how to do that, how to do the custom pushback. So we'll see if the pushback is good at all. Ah, signal. That's not good. Why are we getting these glitches? I don't know what is going on here. Alright, let's get this engine started. So we'll start engine 2.
When the seatbelt light is on, please make sure that your seatbelt is fastened low and tight across your lap. To fasten, insert the metal fittings into one another. Tighten by pulling on the loose end of the strap.
Remember we gotta turn off the
To release your seatbelt, lift the upper portion of the buckle. In the event that the seatbelt light is not on, we suggest that you keep your seatbelt fastened in case of unexpected turbulence. Please take a few moments to now locate one of the several emergency exits on this aircraft. In some cases, your nearest exit may be behind you. In case of an emergency and we need to evacuate the aircraft, there is lighting on the floor that will guide you towards the exit. In the event of a loss of cabin pressure, an oxygen mask will drop in front of you. Start the flow of oxygen, pull the mask towards you, and place it firmly over your nose and mouth. Secure the elastic band behind your head and tighten the straps if necessary.
The pushback should start turning right about now, but I doubt it's going to, so it's been an issue. I need to remember to use the, I don't know why we're getting those frame rate spikes. Are we going to turn? No? So you're just going to do straight pushback? Oh, that's not a big problem.
When it's done, so open the plastic pouch and remove the vest. Flip it over your head. Wrap the straps around your waist and buckle at the front. Pull the straps tight.
Parking brake set.
Your confirmation for a good engine start.
Only when exiting the aircraft. If your life vest does not
These numbers don't look right at all.
blow into the mouthpieces for manual inflation.
Oh.
This vest is equipped with a whistle and
There we
light.
go.
If necessary, your seat cushion can
We need
be
this to get
used
up
as a
to
secondary
20, I
device.
think.
Pull the cushion from the seat,
There it
put
is.
your arms into the straps, and hug the cushion to your chest. Once again, all devices must be in airplane mode, and your larger devices must be turned off and stowed at this time.
Alright, so they're waiting for a good engine start signal. We want to make sure we get the 20% here on the N1.
Tampering with, disabling, or destroying the smoke detectors located in the lavatories is prohibited by law. All of this information and more can be found in the safety card located in the seat back in front of you. We suggest reading this and let us know if you have
Flight
any
directors
questions.
on,
Thank you
auto
for flying
throttle
with us, and
armed.
we hope you enjoy your flight.
Our speed up to 250. Alright, we got good engine start. Start engine 1. And we'll let the ground crew know they can disconnect.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Unlocking gear. Tow truck disconnected. Bypass being removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
I always like when I break the with your own. I don't know what that key is. You hit T and it does that. Alright, we are ready to go. We're gonna get our runway turn-off lights on, taxi lights on, Gen 1, Gen 2, switch our Gen switch to Gen 1, yaw damper on. We can look good on those. turn off the APU bleed, turn off the APU, and bring back on the packs. See that air temperature is still around 30. Probe heat on, window heat on, anti-ice if needed. We'll do that probably. We'll see how it's looking. Kind of a haze as we go up. Check our TCAS right there. We got standby right now.
The cabin is ready for takeoff.
All right, ready for departure. Here we go. Parking brake released. And let's get our taxi clearance.
Marty ground Cayman 833 with Alpha ready to taxi IFR.
Cayman 833 taxi to and hold short of runway 06 via taxiway Delta Alpha. Contact tower on 118.1 when ready.
Taxiing hold short runway 06 via taxiway Delta Alpha Cayman 833.
Glad to get a stream in today. Ended up being a little bit of a busy day. We had to do laundry at somewhere else because our washing machine decided to crap out. I don't know what's going on with the satellite imagery here. In any case, stream tonight and then hopefully tomorrow morning 6:30. Get the next World Tour flight in. If I try to go to bed a little bit early here, I don't know if I will because it's already 7:30 and by the time we land it'll probably be late again. So as we go into the autumn I start to drag a little bit more in the morning. It's a little harder to roll out of bed when I don't have to. I get a 4:30, 4:45 in the morning on days I work, but a little bit different when you're on your day off. All right, let's get those flaps into position. Speed brake armed. Auto brake RTO.
Marty Tower Cayman 833 at runway 06 ready for departure IFR to Owen Roberts.
Cayman 833 QNH 29.97 when 055 at 5. Traffic is Boeing 737 on final. Cleared for takeoff runway 06.
Cleared for takeoff runway 06 Cayman 833.
Okay, so we have 737 on final. I can't see it. They've given us clearance. So that's what we're gonna do. Here we go, moving into position. Clear for takeoff. There we go. This.
Rotate. Positive rate of climb.
Landing gear up.
Cayman 833, contact Havana Center on 120.25. Good day.
Going to 120.25 Cayman 833. Havana Center Cayman 833 is passing 1,400 feet, climbing 11,000 feet.
Cayman 833, Havana Center QNH 29.97. Continue as planned.
Alright, we're currently flying east out of Havana, over Havana, right out our window to our left, rear a little bit, on our path to Kabul. So just this is the standard instrument departure, but we'll be turning south, head back toward the Caymans. Check that air temperature. I can reset this to auto.
Gentlemen, we have now passed 2,000.
Landing lights off. We'll
Turn
turn
on
off the
larger
seatbelt
portable
signs.
electronic
Well,
devices. This is also a reminder to please keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the duration of the flight and do not form a line near the lavatory. The flight crew has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign. You can now get up and move about the cabin. However, we ask that you keep your seatbelt fastened when used in case of unexpected turbulence.
Cayman 833 climb and maintain flight level 230.
Climb and maintain flight level 230 Cayman 833.
Alright, we're flying over Ensenada de la Broa. Then we'll be over Zapata Swamp. As we're departing Cuba. Okay, landing lights off, APU is off. We do have our generators. Gen 1. Max auto, let's look at those temps in the cabin. Get a little warm for my taste. When I'm well, I don't know. I kind of get a little cold in the cabins of some of these planes, and then I guess I go back and forth. At some points I'm very warm, sometimes I'm very cold. Short flight time expected to be, you can see our expected arrival in 57 minutes. I think it's going to be quite a bit shorter than that. And right now it's looking 26 minutes. But you have to add in our descent and all that stuff. But I think Flight Simulator said it was about a 50-minute flight, so. Flying into the Cayman Islands, Georgetown on Grand Cayman Island. Out to 23,000. Our cruise is 34,000 feet. We'll probably get up to it and then we'll start descending again. We're on Cayman Airways in the PMDG 737-800. I'm guessing that, now that I'm looking at it, that what's on the tail there, I think is the... Okay, here's our climb to 340.
Climb and maintain flight level tree 40 Cayman A33.
Is that the moon? We just got a little sliver of the moon going. Already in the cockpit. Okay, we need to do a altitude intervention because VNAV isn't picking that up. I think on the tail of the plane, I think that is, oh yeah, that's on the, that's the coat of arms for Cayman Islands. It's on their flag. You got the Union Jack up in the upper left-hand corner, and then you got the coat of arms, and the coat of arms is on our tail on this plane. What we miss on the tail, though, kind of cut off. We have that lion, which is, you know, very evocative of the British monarchy. We got the 3 green stars, the waves. It says, "He hath founded it upon the seas." But what we can't see, and it's kind of cut off, and it's more up here on the shield or on the coat of arms, is a turtle with a pineapple on top and kind of a blue and white. If you look that up, it's pretty cool. We have the turtle here in the Cayman Airways logo itself.
Havana
There he
Center
is.
Cayman 8 tree tree is passing flight level 250, climbing flight level 340.
Cayman 8 tree tree, Havana Center. Continue to uniform Charlie Lima as planned.
I think this is what I've been looking forward to in the Caribbean, is in the beautiful blue, the Caribbean blue seas. Passed over Cayo Largo del Sur and Vilo Acuna International Airport just below us at Cayo Largo. We can get a look at the airport. It's right there. There it is. Pretty cool right there. Alright, what we're gonna do here is we're gonna skip this Google. We're just gonna go direct to the VOR. Means we need to get down to 1,500 feet by then. Just cut off a lot of unnecessary flight. Kind of takes us far off the other direction where we need to be. So it does give us a nice flight over the island if we went that way. We'll be able to see all of it. It's not too big of an island in any case. So we're going to go direct to the VOR at the airport. And then we're going to double back out. We'll pull this up for you guys so you can see it. Navgraphs, we're way up here still. Quite a ways to go. But we're gonna get in here right to the VOR 115.6 Golf Charlie Mike Grand Cayman VOR. Where they could go out 260 degrees out to about 4.3 miles out, 215, and then back in 3.5 and take course 80 in for the VOR landing. Let's see if we have our go around procedure. We're gonna go climb to 1,500 feet, turn right, and head back to Goran. And you can see that right there. Head back to Goran into a holding pattern, which always confuses me. I guess this holding pattern is if you're coming in, and so I guess kind of have to loop back and then go in the holding pattern and get our clearance, and then we'll try again for our landing. Minimum's 610, no, or gonna be 710 feet for our minimum. We'll close that up right now. We're at our cruise. And see our top of descent right there. Coming up really quick. I want to do the minimums. So there's our mins. We have it in Barrow. What, 707 or so? $707, minimum 710, to be exact. There it is, 710. Got the minimums in. Top of descent coming really quick. Hopefully they give us clearance. That'd be nice. There it is. And since we get this in before our top of descent, the plane will, as soon as we get to that top of descent, will start descending with the VNAV. Starting an in-flight service on descent. That's not the best place to do it. Seatbelt signs back on.
Ladies and gentlemen, the default sign is now turned on, so it's time to return to you and fasten your seatbelt. There's the plane starting to descend on its own as we hit the VNAV.
Let's see, we're already below where the VNAV believes we need to
assist
be.
with customs at our destination,
So,
flight attendants will
I'm
be
not sure
handing
why,
out forms
because
momentarily.
it should be
Please
following the
review and
VNAV.
complete these forms and keep them with you for presentation upon arrival.
We'll double check, but should be alright. It looks like it has the loop in there, so I don't know really what I got rid of.
Descend and maintain 9,000 feet Cayman 833. 128.1 for Cayman 833. Kingston Center Cayman 833 is passing flight level 230 descending 9,000 feet.
Cayman 833, Kingston Center. Continue to Atubi as planned.
Alright, on second thought, I'm gonna just keep that little loop in there. It makes sense now that I'm looking at it. And it'll give us time to get down to 9,000 feet, or actually 1,500 feet right here. Give that little loop out. And we get to go to the course of the island and check it out. So that's what we'll do. So we've got a little bit of cloud cover here. The hurricane has moved on, or the tropical storm that was hanging around this area. We missed that one. We missed the hurricane. I think we jumped into the hurricane on one of the streams just for the fun of it after the flight, after the main flight of the day. But we missed Tropical Storm Julia, I think, which was down near Honduras, Nicaragua, El Salvador, back when we were down there a couple streams ago. And then we've also missed this little storm that's been going on around Cuba. I think which became the hurricane that hit Florida, if I'm not mistaken, but I can't be for sure. So but it looks like a little bit of weather going on down here. And the data gives us the time.
Cayman 833, you are 17 miles north. Descend and maintain 1,500 feet. Expect VOR runway 08 approach via Golf Charlie Mike transition. Cleared to Golf Charlie Mike.
Descend and maintain 1,500 feet. Expect GOR runway 08 approach via Golf Charlie Mike transition cleared to Golf Charlie Mike Cayman 8 tree.
Alright, so we got the VOR in our system. Be right there, we're 15 miles out. We're doing the 15 mile DME. That's why that number is staying the same. They're basically doing a loop 15 miles out, so like a circle around the VOR but over there. You can see the oh, that's really cool. It shows the radial. So if you want to know about radials, there's the radial 30. And okay, so it is pointing towards. I was always wondering how that radial thing worked, which direction it went. But so if we were supposed to come out like on, for example, I don't know if there's a way for us to set the radial. Maybe that kind of just shows us that as we're flying, we can get, oh, we're at 40. Now we want to turn and get on that radial. That's actually pretty nifty. That's pretty cool. I don't think I've done a VOR in this plane before. So that's actually pretty nifty. Typically we get these little radial things on go-arounds.
Cayman approach Cayman 8 tree is passing 10,700 feet, descending 1,500.
Right, so there's the end of the Cayman Island, Grand Cayman.
Approach
I don't know where the other Cayman Island is, actually. Oh, it's way over there, I think. A few more way off in the distance to our... A couple more right over there. Can't see them. I think those are part of the Caymans.
128.1 Cayman 8 tree. Kingston Center Cayman 8 tree is at 10,500 feet, descending 1,500 feet. Cayman 8 tree, Kingston Center QNH 29.90, continue as planned.
We're on this loop 15 miles out from the VOR. If you just drew a circle 15 miles, and then you can see the different radials. So if we were to turn right now, we'd be going 64 degrees towards the VOR, or off the VOR. And so obviously the radial going right in on our will be coming in on the 80-degree radial to go into the VOR.
120.2 for Cayman 8 tree. Cayman approach Cayman 8 tree is passing 10,000 feet, descending 1,500 feet. Cayman 8 tree, Cayman approach QNH 29.92, continue as planned.
We have begun our final descent into your destination. Flight attendants will be passing through the cabin to collect any trash one final time. Please ensure tray tables and
Alright, so we got a little bit of a wind, a tailwind right now, but obviously we'll be coming in the other direction. Or we're not going to be coming in radial 80. You see this is radial 80, and that's going to take us in to the runway. I'm not sure how you get 80 for the radial on this. Oh, because... Okay, yeah, so this would be 90 if we were pointed this direction, but then the exact opposite. And so our heading is about, what, 261, but our radial is 81. And then the opposite direction, our radial will be 261. We'll be on that radial VOR for 261. So it's going in to the VOR, that's your radial. That's going to be the opposite of your heading, usually. That's how it works. That's pretty cool. I'm not 100% on the radial thing, but like the concept of like what you're trying to do is you're trying to get oh, here you can set the course. You can see our course here. We can set a course of 80. Is that, and then you can see this other course is still at a 0. So we have to have two different radials, or so you can set the radial and line up with them. We don't need these today, so we're just gonna have both 80. But pretty cool how this one works. I'm not sure how the Airbus works. How many of the radials? I've done more VOR stuff in the Airbus, and much of the time we really don't have to use the VOR, to be honest, but it is pretty cool when you get to kind of see it at work. Flying over Grand Cayman. Runway, we have 7,867 feet. We're right over the runway right now, actually. Right below us. There it is. Now you can see the VOR is switching position, pointed the opposite direction now as we climb away from it. At about 4 point, what do we got? 4.3. We'll start making this loop. Hopefully we'll start slowing down as well. Start extending flaps. Wow, we should be taking this loop. I don't know what's going on there. Oh, we got the vector. That's what's going on. Oops. That's our flying straight. We didn't actually make that turn.
You are 11 miles west of Owen Roberts. Contact Owen Roberts Tower on 118.0 when inbound.
Tower on 118.0 Cayman 833. Owen Roberts Tower Cayman 833 12 miles west inbound for runway 08 approach.
Cayman 833, Owen Roberts Tower. QNH 29er.9er 1 wind 040 at 8. Cleared VOR runway 08 approach.
Cleared VOR runway 08 approach Cayman 833.
Okay. So not exactly the way we're supposed to be going. We're supposed to turn kind of... Well, we are turning the right way, but we didn't do the loop out, so... A little bit wrong, but... We'll make do. And if we have to, we'll do a go around. Yeah, we gotta point out those vectors. When you have a vector thing, you need to make sure you clear that out, or do the vector yourself. You can set your heading. Set the heading here of 80, because that is going to be our heading. That way, if we need to, bump on the heading. Alright, flaps. I'm going to go 30. I found that 40 is just a little bit too much, trying to maintain that lower speed, even though it's not that low of speed. Actually, we'll do that. Typically, you're landing at about 120 knots. For some reason, we're at 140. I'm going to actually go 3 for our auto brake because it's a shorter runway. Getting a little bit of rain on the approach. See the go around in with this blue dotted line.
Cayman 833, wind 038 at 8. Cleared to land runway 08.
Alright, so basically we have a wind
Cleared to
coming
land
directly
runway
at
08,
us at
Cayman
about
833.
17, 18, 19 knots. Actually, it's going to be a little bit of a crosswind, so we're going to have to fight that. Actually, pretty significant wind, so it's going to be a windy landing. See how I do. That might be why it's keeping the speed up a little bit more. It might even be a better idea to go to 30, flaps 30, and have a higher speed coming in. In all honesty, because the higher.
1 flight slope. Flight slope. Flight slope. Flight slope.
So you can see the plane getting bounced around.
Flight slope. Approaching minimums. Minimums.
Woo.
Sync rate. 50, 30, 20, 10.
Ah. Yeah, it looked like a little bit of a bounce there. But we stayed center. Don't like the bounce. I think I bounced there, but...
Cayman 833, turn next taxiway.
Just let it set down. Okay, keep going. Why are we? I hate it when it does that. It just stops.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached our
Can't get it to
destination. The local time
knock
is
it off.
5 p.m. and it's currently about 77 degrees Fahrenheit. You can now use your mobile devices. Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop.
Thanks, José.
and the default sign is turned off.
Yeah,
Remember
I mean,
to
again, we made it on the ground.
overhead
I think it can
items
blow
may have
blown
sensors
completely off
like-
course. We're gonna exit here.
Thank you for flying with
George Golf. Golf right
Cayman
here.
833, turn next taxiway.
Start up the APU.
Cayman 833, contact ground on 118.0.
118.0 Cayman 833.
You. What is EU? Is that are you Portuguese? Tu hablas Português? I feel like it looks slightly different than Spanish. Quite a bit of Spanish, but a little bit different. It looks like we got no one else here, so we'll just pick a spot. This is just a freeware mod for Owen Roberts International here. There is a payware version, which I think looks a lot better, but I'm not in the position where I can be spending money on the payware. Let's get GSX going.
You need to stop the engines to request ground services.
Okay. Usually you can request your parking spot at least. I think we're just too close now. That's why. We'll get parked, and we should be able to see passengers coming off and walking inside, which would be cool. Come on. Not at London, you're in Maldives now, so you're very late. Oh, Jackie. Hey, Maldives. Well, that's no problem. Again, kind of a different time for the flight anyway. Okay, parking brake set. We'll set the wheel chocks as well. Turn off the lights. APU gen on bleed. APU gen. And we will turn off the engines. $6:29 a.m. Oh, well. So when I stream in the morning, it should be about 4:30 in the morning for you, or in the afternoon for you when I stream tomorrow morning. Hopefully, if I get up, if I'm not lazy. But looking at the time now, I think I probably will, just because I'm just so tired at this time of year. Are these engines coming down? I never noticed this. What is this? This is the They are coming down. Alright. Got to throw off the TCAS. Go. Alright, TCAS off. Alright, and now we should be able to get GSX to do the deboarding process. Request deboarding.
Deboarding requested.
We're going to bring the stairs. We got Cayman Airways. Look at that. Pretty awesome right there. All the handling, ground handling by Cayman Airways itself. Engine should be going off. I don't know why they're still buzzing. We can get the ground power. Over here. Ground services. Request ground power. Connecting. If we have that, we can disconnect AQ.
Passengers bus is coming.
AQ bleed off. And passengers should start deboarding. Up here we'll turn off the IRS. Flight directors. Oh, you're going to school? Ah, bummer. Alright, well, have fun with that. Alright, let's do, before the passenger bus gets here, I want to kind of do a review on Volanta. Bring that up. Okay, Volanta, let's review the flight. For some reason, I thought we were flying to the Maldives just now. No, we didn't. We flew Cuba down to Cayman Islands, and we should have actually gone this way for the little loop in, but either way we get in. Landing a little bit firm there, 362 feet per minute G-force, not too bad. Landing speed 15 knots slower than we wanted to be. Distance of even 300 nautical miles, 158 passengers, and burned just under 300 kilos of fuel. Alright, well, no promises that it's going to happen at that time. I'm hoping it does, though, but I might end up being lazy and flake out again. So I'm sorry about that if I do. It's just very hard to roll out of bed now this time of year. You know what I mean? Let's see what's up. There we go. Where are the passengers? Come on. There they are. Alright, we're just going to watch these passengers come off. Getting that passenger bus, really cool. Getting GSX Pro. And once you get it working just right, it works pretty well. Sometimes you got to fix some things. Some airports get pretty wonky. Passengers will be floating in the air because the jetway doesn't want to come out or whatever it is. But when it works, it looks really cool and just adds that next level. Alright, while we wait for that next passenger bus, let's do a quick jump over to the world map. There it is. See every country and territory we've been to on the world tour. We'll zoom in right over here and reveal the Cayman Islands, which are part of the United Kingdom. There it is, and there's the flag. As we were talking about on the tail of the plane, right there, there's that turtle. Things get a little wonky as we zoom, make it so small, I guess. I believe the next flight we're flying what? The Bahamas? Well, so out here we're flying to the Bahamas. That should be a nice flight. We'll fly over Cuba. Bahamas will be on British Airways in the 787-10. So that's going to be a really fun flight. Get back into that plane. And that should go live tomorrow between 6:30 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. I need to just drag my butt out of bed. I need to do it. Really do. But we'll see. Again, that might end up being a afternoon flight, an afternoon stream. So no promises on that, just because I'm still trying to get a feel for what I'm doing on Sundays and for how I'm doing streams here as we go into the autumn, and it's just much harder to drag my butt out of bed on my days off. I'm just zonked on energy right now. So let me just set that up as we watch beautiful passengers headed to the green passenger bus. No, I don't think the passenger bus Neoplan. Yeah, so it doesn't have no special markings, I don't think. But not that it would, because I don't think the Airways operate the buses themselves. What's really cool is you can see them getting into the bus too. There they are. They're in the bus. They kind of populate it and everything. It's really cool. More and more people get in there. You see that? So cool. I was blown away when I saw the passengers. I was expecting, a lot of the same. But there's actually a pretty decent variety. They walk at different speeds. Unfortunately, they kind of warp through each other sometimes, but I think overall it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right. 30. Yeah.
Passengers bus is coming.
Okay, my plan is that once we'll kind of let this passenger bus leave, and then that will be it, and we'll see if we can do a replay. Hopefully things work right on the replay. I haven't tried it yet with the 737-800. What we got to do to make the replay work. But I am using this new free product called Sky Dolly for replays, and it worked pretty decently last time. So we'll use it again to kind of just check out the landing, take in the landing from a few different views. So we have another passenger bus coming. Wow, there are a lot of passenger buses. Out of control. Got a lot of passengers on this plane. They've already unloaded all the cargo. We're still waiting on the passengers.
Passengers deboarding starting.
I've never seen 3 bus worths, bus loads of passengers. Good stuff. doing here? Just glitching out or something. Alright, I just closed out GSX Pro. Obviously pretty awesome there. I just wanted to end it so we could check out the replay. So let's go there. Replay.
80 knots.
Replay. You can see there we are. Oh, pause that. Can I pause it? Oh, there it is. Okay. Alright, so the problem with the replay system is obviously it doesn't put everything back in the place where it was. So we're gonna just have to do a little bit of housekeeping to make it look right. Close our doors. Oh, can I not close the doors? Okay, let's we're gonna close the doors here. Make sure we have all of our doors closed. Everything's where we want it. Also gonna put the flaps in position for our approach. Arm that. We'll just kind of set everything the way it was. I think the lights set themselves actually, but we'll put it in the right position just so it looks good. Make sure. Alright, let me just zoom back. Whoa. We gotta make sure we hit play, otherwise it will just sink out of the sky. So we are in replay mode. Turn on that replay. Okay, it sounds like it does not do the engines. Also, my flaps didn't go out. Oh well. I didn't actually notice this preset camera is actually a little wonky. I'm coming this way. So flaps aren't in the right position, and the engine, so that's a little bit different. I think the fly-by-wire A32NX, it works pretty well. The CRJ looked like it worked pretty well. I don't think the engines are actually going. So again, the limitations of these replay systems, unfortunately, is just not as good as the X-Plane replay system, which is just rewind in time and boom, there you go. I think even the weather, or at least the time of day, goes back on there. And yeah, there's definitely a bump there. Oh, let's try that. Let's sit back a little bit. Right here. Yeah, unfortunately no engine sound because I don't think the engines are actually active. Usually they are, or at least with the CRJ they are. But the sound is incoming, so it takes a little bit away from the replay. Or maybe it's just such a... It's kind of battling the wind a little bit. Not too bad. Yeah, nice on the center. You can see I flared a little too early. Flared a little too early again. Now I dip down, flare. And I kind of hit the... I struggle with that flaring. I used to be pretty good at it. But... I've been struggling with it lately. Alright, let's sit back for one more. We'll try to get on this side of the plane. There we go. That works. Alright, one more look. See what other cameras we have. Going the wrong way. But this will be kind of a good shot of seeing the seeing the little hop that we got. But I'm happy I'm at least being I'm landing on the center line more and more often. I see way too early on the flare. Way too early. Dip the nose. Bam! Well, I thought I was on the center line. Not really. Kind of off to the left, but I've seen worse on some of my landings where I've been all over the place. All right, well, I don't think we really have everything much on anyway, but GSX is gone, so, and a little bit of the airport's kind of broken now, it looks like. But I want to thank you for coming along in the flight. Hope you enjoyed it. Going to be flying tomorrow morning, hopefully. Fingers crossed. No promises. I'm kind of taking a little bit, trying to watch my mental health and not force myself into streaming when I'm just not feeling up to it in the morning. But I do want to get a flight in. I do want to fly more. So thank you guys for coming in and watching. The next flight will be over to the Bahamas, and hopefully that will be early in the morning tomorrow, 11:30 Greenwich Mean Time, Zulu time. And if not, if you don't see me then, just keep an eye out. And if you like these streams, subscribe to the channel and you'll get notifications that I'm going live. So thanks for coming in, and until next time, happy flying and take care.